Yeah. See two.
Weird.
Oh, is that them?
They're supposed to be here.
They left.
You want to today?
I will try it a little bit. Get big action. What's this? If you could stand over this away as much as you can while you're fishing. As much as you can. Like right now, you're just barely in it. Bro, I hate to. I'm in hot.
What?
I'm in the hot. Hey, everybody. We're fishing for a little bit of everything. Crappie fishing, but everything fishing too.
Gabby fishing like yesterday.
We've been fishing at the river the last 3 weekends in a row. We've been on here, but maybe just not live.
What's up, everybody?
fishing with minnows?
Minnows, yep.
Going in just the first one. So we come out here and put these underwater green LED lights in the water, and we wait about 30 minutes, and usually we get bombarded with crappie. Crappie. I don't know how I got back out of saying crappie. Crappie sounds like crappie. If you've been used to hearing crappie. Trying to see if anybody's talking. When I turn it on the face camera so I can see the comments, it's not on this phone. It doesn't have as much light. It's, you can't see it's It'd be nice to live over there. Over there, Tennessee Lake. Gabby used to live right here on the lake. Here. Or top. Yeah. She lived there with Rodney. Yeah. I don't know who the father of the twins are. Father of the twins is somebody else. But Rob raised on. He was a little bit older, huh? He had a heart attack. Look. That's so funny. Killed by his own legacy. I've lived by the interstate before though, and that gets old.
Oh my, I'm not used to it already.
Oh, it's awful. I like to live in Louisville. All these people creeping by. guess we'll find out tonight if it makes a difference being at the spillway or not. We're just now getting, you know, it usually takes, because now I'm starting to see the fry. And then it gets bigger, and then you start catching fish. Or you start catching fish. I usually go to sleep. No, after you smoke a cigarette. I'll take it. Violation. It violation. Huh? I'll say, but remember they don't have, you'll have to prove it. Or no. This is exactly what I was doing. This is what I was doing. I'm not sure about that. No, I'll. 2 license every country. I had to stop it too. You gotta find the fish. Fish are always biting. You just gotta find them. Always. But this one, this cold, you don't even need that. We don't need no stinking boat. But we're gonna get one when we get one time. Nate has dug out our pond behind our barn. There used to be a sewer by hand. This whole pond down to slate. Drained it, dug a ditch out of it, drained it, dug all the sludge out, sludge. You wouldn't believe it. It looks like bedrock in there. But for now, he also dug another pond right in our backyard, and I used it for my cold plunge for another channel. And now we've got catfish in it and bluegill, and it's like 14 foot across all around with a plastic liner, so we can look at the fish. Put all 4 of these lights in there. Good enough to kill 'em. My barbecue. The lights that run off the battery are definitely better. They're more hassle, but No, not where did you I'll keep it for a couple years or something. You fishing too close, don't you? You want this at? I tried. I don't have patience. I can't do anything for real. Hey guys. Oh, who we got? Miss. Uh-oh, I can't see shit. Is it Mr. Rogers? And Mr. I don't know. This says something, and I don't think it says Mr. Rogers. I need you to look at it. I'll hold your pole. Go up here and look and see if that's Mr. Rogers. I cannot see it. I don't know who to address. Bottom, if you look down.
Mr. Pibbles.
Mr. Who?
Pibbles?
Hey, Mr. Pibbles. Nice to meet you. I really got to get some glasses. Well, the Mr. made me think it was Mr. Rogers. We're crappie fishing and other fishing things.
River bites.
We've caught one. T-shirt that's too little. What I can't stand about staying up late is when I get home and I'm so sleepy and tired and last night Daniel told me he'd be back. As soon as he walked out the door, I ran to my bed. He's gonna bring that woman over there. And then I was like, oh, okay. And he goes, I might not. She sounds like the type of person that I don't want to know where I live. I'll just tell them I don't like women. And he ain't never really experienced it. He knows what kind of shoes I don't wear. You should know. He was telling me about this guy. He was telling me about a guy the other day, and the reason he was telling me about him, he was talking about him because he said he's like this. And I was like, it was like in beauty school, this girl had the biggest nose, and she was sitting there talking about somebody one day that having a big nose, and we're all looking at each other like, is this real? Oh, I see it. This is way up there. Oh, I saw some big fish though.
You did?
I think I did. I'm sure it might. Pam's coming to the house to get me. Not this Monday, I think the next Monday. Bowling. They got a special speaker. They're like, you gotta be there. They said, her and Becky, they're ganging up on me. They're like, we'll come and get you. Who all I see yesterday? I saw, every time I go there at church, I see somebody I ain't seen in so long. I can't remember who it was. I always see my ex-sister-in-law. She's crazy. We done been talking about this. I done told her that Cody didn't have no pictures of his dad. And then she's like, have you heard from Mark or them? It's like, not in 36 years. In 36 years? She said, we've not in years. Yeah, but not as long as it's been for me. We'll keep it that way. Why would I have heard from him? She's lost her mind. His sister. diverse bunch of people. The dad was real outgoing. He wanted to be a movie star in everybody's eyes. He owned that store, and then he owned a car lot, and he thought he was like the Godfather or something. But he was cool, you know what I'm saying? But the mother was a lunatic, and when I worked in that store, they lived behind it, off Rule Street. They lived back there behind it. And we walked through the yard, you know, after work, and we shut the store down, and she pulled a gun out, started waving it everywhere, and started laying on the ground, screaming and kicking and stuff. And she would do that shit just to get them, take her into the hospital, so we could take her over so she'd get quantums. She was a nutcase. And then the kids, one guy married a woman and had a kid, and then she turned lesbian. And he couldn't stand his family, none of the rest of them, so he wouldn't have nothing to do with it. Then one daughter, the one I see all the time, she was so needy. She was in love with this man that cheated on her, beat everything, and she chased him for years. We'd have to go rescue her from Kentucky and stuff. Then the other sister, she's pretty normal and cool, but I don't think she talks. They all hate each other. You got one. And then you got Mark, Cody's dad, and he is the biggest oddball. Paid to get in the regatta and had to turn around and leave. Cut my shoes up for going to Walmart. And dumped a crock pot of soup beans all over the kitchen floor. Because I went to Walmart. Cut my shoes up in a million pieces. A million pieces!
Your shoes?
Yes! That's what I was like.
He's just a small guy, he ain't big.
Dude,
You don't put him up.
I don't even remember how I got that.
There's no size on that.
Then I went to court to get my divorce. I couldn't find him. So then I found out that I had to list it in the paper or something. And somehow we found him. And he came there. And it was so embarrassing because I was pregnant. And then the judge wouldn't let me get divorced. You can't get divorced when you're pregnant. You could say it ain't theirs, it don't make it shit. They won't divorce you, or they wouldn't then. So I had to wait like 6 more months and come back and get my divorce. I don't think he even showed up that time. I was still married to him though, and I hadn't even been with him for like 3 years, or seen him, nothing, right?
Yeah.
And so there I'm in court, there he is, I'm pregnant. That was somebody else. Tell all of America. I mean, I hadn't seen him, I couldn't get divorced, so I moved to Florida for one thing. I think that's the reason I probably moved back up here. I moved back up here by myself. The Taylor's dad barely made it to the birth. Like by 6 hours. God, I couldn't stand him. I cannot stand not one of my kids' dads. Monty's the most likable if you just met him, and he's real friendly, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as far as being, there were signs up in the neighborhood one morning that said, on everybody's door, flyers, that said, watch your daughter.
Over here?
And it had his name on there, and he wasn't even from over here. He's from Sellersburg. And then I found out, well, he'd been in trouble one time for trying to picking up some girl underage. And then he started dating this girl from Austin that was 15 or 16 maybe. And then I was with Kenny, and then they like moved in with us. Yeah. With that real young girl. He was like 43, she was 16. And she's the one that I told you got arrested or had a warrant. No, they took her kids, but and so she stole them and ran to Mexico. And I told you she like got all cleaned up and she was trying to call me the other day on Messenger. I mean, I ain't seen her in Dallas is 30, 28 years. No, I seen her once. I forgot about this part about her. She used to date Robbie Seward. And he brought her to Charlie's one time. Yeah, I forgot that part. And he's much older than her too. By then she was probably 27 or 8, but I'm sure he was 47 or 8. Somebody poked me or sent me a friend request. I think it's Sharp. Yeah. Hell no, huh? No, they let him out for medical. How the hell can they let you? People die in prison all the time. Why do you get out?
Killed Jackson County. Got to pay $5.7 million to a woman's family in Louisville because she died in jail. They complained for 2 days. Complained for 2 days till it's on camera.
Good.
She died in there.
But in Scott County, it's all right that they tased a man to death. She still works there. Tased him to death. And the thing is, he was mental. You know what I mean?
You got a taste?
He's mental, yeah. Like anybody's got any type of like health, if you're mental too, like Denny was, you're also physically. Once you're older, you're physically handicapped too.
Yeah.
You should never tase anybody like that. Just put them in the padded cell or the turtle suit. You ever been in a turtle suit? You ever seen anybody in one?
I think so, yeah.
I thought for the longest time how
Straight
naive
jacket,
I was,
like a
huh?
straight jacket?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I thought it really looked like a turtle thing. And then I seen it, and it's so gross and dirty.
Oh my God.
Oh, because people's nose, they be crying, their nose is running, and they can't get their arms out.
Oh my God.
I can't believe I'm talking about this on the thing.
Snot everywhere and all over that thing.
Well, yeah, or puking. Or,
Ooh. They don't clean it up, huh?
I mean, they might. They might not. Probably since he's working. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm talking about crazy stuff.
Which is the way?
Tell the man to jerk it.
What?
Tell the man to jerk it. That's what it says on our thing.
Oh, you dirty.
Every time somebody says something that I see that really gets to my skin, under my skin,
Yeah.
I just make them a video back. I've done it several times. And I'll write right on there, to the viewer who said. So I don't be mean about it. I just show different. Jason Weston watches me on YouTube though and comments and stuff. It's funny. You see somebody I know. Amanda's in in Kentucky and nobody won't go get her. No. She just answered him as if she was. Even Gutsinger won't go back and get her. He took her down there. and and Kat said she ain't going to get her. You don't want her back. She can't save no money to get out of that house or nothing. Well, no, because she won't go to work. She can go to work. Well, she done burned her bridge at the bottle factory and at the other factory behind Walmart. Those are the two that were hired. That's it. Burn them. It's pretty much almost impossible to get a job anywhere else if you're a felon, huh?
Which one will go work, Amanda or Kat?
Amanda, Kat's worked there for 5 years. Or, no, maybe only 3 or 4, but Crystal's worked there 6 years or 7.
That's about easy.
Yeah. You know that place where that yard sale was? I said it's a giveaway office.
Yeah.
To go to Ellie's house, you pull in that parking lot, and you gotta go around back behind the building.
Oh my goodness.
It's real weird. It took me 6 or 7 tries to figure it out. I didn't go back there, but I just kept looking, trying to figure out where it was. I don't reckon she could ever go nowhere though, ever, unless we take him. That'd be. I'm glad I thought of that. I'll get over there. We'll be like, GDD. At the funeral, I kept thinking, who is that? It didn't look like a brother, but he was like this. And I could see him, but Taylor couldn't. Because Taylor's here,
Yeah.
and he couldn't see that shit. I'm glad, because that way I couldn't poke at him or nothing, because he'd get pissed at me anyway. Talking to him. I was talking to him. Shit, we didn't sit in the main side, we sit to the side room. Right when it started, JD and Lark left. I don't even know why they sat in there.
You look like it started?
Yeah. And left Tom Collins there by himself. Sitting behind me, doing this to me. And he looked rough as, and you know what? I've known Russell for a long damn time. And I know Lark knows him, you know, JD. But I ain't never seen Tom Collins around there ever in my life, around not one of no Harbone. Never. I told you the whole story about him, right? The whole story about how I didn't know who he was, and he kept showing up everywhere, showing up at my store, showing up when I broke down the road. And it was because his mom, well, Mikey's mom or somebody lived over there on Bridgewater Road. But I'm like, what's your name? He said, Tom Collins. I was like, yeah, right, you know? And then he asked me to come by his house. I don't know how come I went over there, and I had Lola was little, and I took Lola over there with me. And I just sat there and we smoked, and then I fell asleep sitting there, right?
Yeah.
And that's it. And I woke up and left. And I saw Terry that I don't like, and I asked her if she knew him. She's like, oh yeah, he went to prison for a lot of years for killing old Miss somebody, or no, not killing, for hitting old Miss so-and-so with an axe. I was like, what? I had just slept there. I'm like, oh my God. So then I told Mr. Dale about it, and then we was in my store, right, where I had 3 buildings wide across from Bulls. And he come in there, and me and Mr. Dale was so rotten. We kept saying, like, I don't know, Mr. Dale, you better ask somebody. You better ask somebody. And then I seen him at Leroy's one day, and I noticed that whatever his hair color was, like kind of blonde or something, to here, and then a great big inch of it was solid white hair. He colors his hair, and then he had colored his hair, and I said, oh my God. I was like, yeah, I'm not going out with you. But he did. Then after I knew all that, I didn't have no way. All my animals were from Otisco. And I couldn't go there, be there, you know. And it was freezing. And he drove me up there. And he didn't do nothing out of the way. He drove me up there to feed my animals one time. I mean, he's always real straight. And then I started hearing about him hanging around with Dottie Rich. I was like, wait a minute, this is just weird. And then the next thing I knew was finding out it was Mikey's dad, and then the mugshot. And I never seen him again since that. And then when I saw him, I was like, thinking about. And he started talking about the whole ordeal like it just happened yesterday. And it's been years.
Yeah.
He used to talk about it. The first thing came out of his mouth. He's like, Lord, they busted in on me. They did this and that. What was it? Oh, he hit somebody and his car took off. He did a year or so for that. And I don't, but see, he'd been to prison years ago for another attempted murder. In like 10 years. Axe. But you know what else? It was like his stepmom or something, and she hackled him, and hackled him, and hackled him when he was a kid, until he had enough. He went nuts on her. But it was somebody that they referred to as old lady so-and-so. When he told it, I thought it was just some scary old lady at a house that was like nigger knocking or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Toilet paper in her house, and then he just went, but I guess there was a reason. Or something like that, or somebody, some caregiver or something. His mom was that old lady at Mikey's that came out to the car and stared at me all weird all the time. I couldn't figure out if she knew what was going on or didn't. I'd give her a ride one time. I don't think she was right. Mikey comes over with a bunch of pocket watches and this is Grandpa's shit. I don't know, man. I think it's better on your road. Ain't nobody on here. I'm gonna turn it off.